Thank you very much. That was a bit like a nice version of what it must be like being at one's own funeral. Can you make sure you're around for when the real thing happens? That was marvellous. Thank you so much, RTS. This is a huge honour and something that's very, very special to me. To be recognised by one's peers and join such august company as the elected RTS Fellows is truly, truly humbling, so thank you. So I was asked to tell you something that is what's useful for the young people in the audience. Number one is when you send those mischievous texts, just write a disclaimer and just say that there's absolutely no freedom of information needed, sort of like request whatever. These were all just purely mischievous, purely mischievous. But what can I tell you, the young people in the audience? First, and Miranda said this, and Phil said this, but I'm being recognised here as an individual. But television, as we've all been saying, perhaps more than any other profession, is a team game. Every scriptwriter knows that they need a great director. Every director knows they need a brilliant producer. Every producer needs the very best development team. We're nothing alone. So when I've thrived in my career, it's been because I've been part of an amazing team, at BBC Two in particular. And if your idea of creativity then is realising just one person's vision, perhaps go off and write a novel. TV is not for you. Second, when you go for a job, choose your leaders carefully if you can, and then learn from them. I've been very lucky to have some transformative bosses in my career who've inspired, trusted, been curious, taken risks, made their teams feel safe and excited. So thank you to Emma Barker, who was at TVF, Richard Alwyn, who was at October Films and BBC's Modern Times, Stephen Lambert, who was at RDF, Sarah Gator, who's here this evening, fantastic boss of mine at Boundless, Charlotte Moore, who was my boss at IWC and also the BBC, and of course my present boss, Marco Bassetti, for being life-changing bosses, for taking a risk with me when there were more obvious, safer choices. I should also add that I've obviously, as many people have in this room, worked with a few arseholes, but I don't have to have a 100% success record in that regard. Third, and most importantly, try to make a difference, however small. TV leadership is unique in that you can impact and drive the national conversation. You can impact and drive the national conversation as well as help change the culture of our industry. We have a tremendous privilege and responsibility to tell stories that entertain millions, challenge perceptions, illuminate the world we live in. But we also have the duty to empower brilliant storytellers who represent the whole audience, not just those with the confidence, parental financial backing and entitlement to push to the front of the queue. And every time we hire someone or commission a new show, we have to ask ourselves whether the choices we make are mindful of this overriding duty. So my mum loved TV. She was my most vocal, my most constructive critic when I was running BBC Two. My dad was an indefatigable idealist who always wanted his children to dream our most extraordinary dreams. That's not bad. That's not a bad combination for a career in TV. So this is for them. Thanks, Mum and Dad.